Wayne Bardin, a key individual in the development of my career, a past president of the Endocrine Society, passed away in October of 2019. For his legacy, the Endocrine Society is establishing a C. Wayne Bardin International Travel Award. This named award reflects Wayne's career, and I would like to provide some background as to why this award has been established. Wayne worked with young endocrinologists globally, mentored them, and enhanced multiple careers. One example was a young endocrinologist from Burundi who helped Wayne in developing the contraceptive implant. This individual ultimately became the Minister of Health in Burundi. Wayne had the vision that oral contraceptives in developing countries were not really workable. Compliance would be a major issue. Women in these countries couldn't afford to go to the doctor and certainly couldn't afford to pay for their medication. Bardin thought that an implant that delivered contraceptive steroids over a long period of time might solve that problem. With an international cadre of investigators from multiple countries, he studied a silastic rod device called Norplant, which was inserted under the skin in the arm and which provided contraception for 5 or even up to 10 years. Development required several years of study. Ultimately, he submitted a 14,000-page application to the Food and Drug Administration in the United States, which led to the approval of this called Norplant. The idea proved very fruitful and allowed women in underdeveloped countries to plan their families much more effectively. One can believe this had a major impact on population in these countries. Many young endocrinologists from several countries were involved in developing Norplant, and Wayne served as their mentors. He also trained young endocrinology investigators in research in the United States. The tributes from these trainees are remarkable, commenting on his wisdom, sense of humor, joy in his work, and passion for both music and hunting. All of these qualities have led to the establishment of this International Travel Award for young endocrinologists. The award given by the Endocrine Society will be competitive. It is to give visibility to young endocrinologists with a priority for selecting individuals from low-income countries. Awardees will come to the annual meeting and will have the opportunity to see cutting-edge science, and will meet with leading endocrinologists from around the world. What are the details of the award? The Endocrine Society requires $100,000 to be raised for this to be a named award. We have about 60% of this already either in hand or pledged. The criteria for the award is that the awardee be a young endocrinologist, less than 5 years on the faculty, or an endocrinology fellow. It's based on the quality of his or her science, potential as a leader, personal characteristics, and letters of recommendation. So let's now think a little bit and consider about Wayne's career. He established his scientific reputation at the National Institutes of Health, working on an animal model of androgen insensitivity, which gave us insight into the workings of the androgen receptor. He then became chief of endocrinology at Penn State University, and later the director for Center of Biomedical Research and vice president of the Population Council at the Rockefeller University in New York City. He became the chair of the International Committee for Contraception Research, and this provided the platform for him to develop multiple means of family planning. Not only the Norplant implant, but he conducted early studies on RU486, developed new unique androgens for male contraception, the copper T intrauterine device, and the progestogen-containing intrauterine device, later known as Mirena. To give you a sense of Wayne as a person, let's look at a series of photographs of Wayne. Here's Wayne as a young man, quite handsome, and this is his brother, next to him. As Wayne grew up, you can see he's now considering and thinking very carefully about what he's going to do ultimately in his career. Very serious young man. But he did have time to play football and was good at this. Here is Wayne graduating from the Baylor University College of Medicine with A membership and high academic distinction. Wayne was enthralled with the founding dean of the Hershey Medical Center, George Harrell. George always showed this model of the medical center that he had planned himself. Here you can see it in construction. And his vision really was realized. You can see a current view of the Hershey Medical Center, which obviously has grown, but has the main characteristics that George Harrell originally envisioned. Here's Wayne, one of the first members of the Department of Medicine at Penn State Hershey, shown here in the back. You might recognize someone else with the red circle. In those days, young physicians didn't believe in haircuts, probably influenced by the Beatles, but Wayne actually looks pretty good with this large head of hair. Wayne liked to hunt. You can see him with the red circle in the back. Other individuals in this group, which met yearly, here is Bert O'Malley, past president of the Endocrine Society and now chancellor of the Baylor College of Medicine. Here in the red shorts is Bill McGuire, who contributed immensely to our understanding of the hormonal control of breast cancer. Here's Wayne with his Norplant, the 6 rods that go under the arm and cause contraception or allow contraception for up to 10 years. Wayne probably is most proud of this photograph. He received a major award in France. You can see him with his academic robes. Next to him with the mustache is Philippe Bouchard, one of Wayne's early endocrine fellows and trainees in New York. Philippe went on to become the president of the European Endocrine Society. Here is Wayne in his more mature years, very distinguished individual. I'm most proud of this photograph, which was taken shortly before Wayne's demise, in which we visited in New York City. And it reflects to me my longstanding interaction with Wayne and his major influence on my career. This is an obituary that appeared in the New York Times. Wayne Bardin, innovative researcher on birth control dyes. The article really outlines his outstanding contributions over a long period of time to the area of contraception. Wayne Bardin was clearly a giant in the field of endocrinology, and we would encourage you to contribute to this Bardin International Travel Award.